Have you ever wondered why U.S. presidents and governors have term limits, yet the House of Representatives does not? This inconsistency raises a crucial question about political accountability. The U.S. House of Representatives was designed to be closely connected to the voters. It holds elections every 2 years. However, it paradoxically allows incumbents to serve indefinitely. This creates a culture where many politicians entrench themselves for life, leading to a disconnect from the needs of their constituents. Let's look at some data. The average age of a House member is 58 years, with an average tenure exceeding 9 years. Some members, like John Dingell and Don Young, have served almost 60 and 50 years respectively. Despite frequent elections, gerrymandering, name recognition, and fundraising advantage enables career politicians to remain in power. Why is this problematic? First, it consolidates power. Long-serving members establish political machines that insulate them from accountability. They control committee seats and funding, prioritizing special interests over constituents. Second, leadership stagnates and fresh ideas dwindle. Endless tenures create a resistance to change, leaving Congress struggling to keep pace with swift technological developments. Third, increased opportunities for corruption emerge. Politicians in office for decades develop extensive networks that can lead to unethical practices, as seen in various scandals. Finally, voter apathy increases. When the same person dominates a district, citizens lose motivation to vote, leading to participation rates below 40% in many congressional races. So why doesn't the House self-regulate? Establishing term limits would mean Congress limiting its own power. While polls indicate that 75% of Americans support term limits, proposed amendments rarely progress. Politicians often profess support for the idea. Politicians often support the idea, but resist enforcement measures affecting them. Historically, the Founding Fathers did not envision lifelong political careers. George Washington set the precedent by stepping down after 2 terms. Following FDR's 4 terms, the 22nd Amendment limited the presidency, yet similar restrictions for Congress remain absent. Common arguments against term limits include claims of sufficient competition in elections and the need for experienced lawmakers. However, these claims ignore incumbency advantages and point to a misunderstanding of democratic choice. What can be done? One solution is to pass a constitutional amendment limiting the House to 4 terms, or 8 years. Alternatively, state-level resolutions could call for a convention to bypass Congress. Encouraging voluntary pledges from candidates to limit their own terms and banning gerrymandering are also critical steps. Limiting campaign fundraising windows could further disrupt the grip of perpetual incumbency. Ultimately, power must circulate to remain honest. Just as the presidency has a limit, so should the House of Representatives. Our republic thrives on fresh voices, and career politicians should not overshadow the public needs. A movement is already underway, with petitions gathering hundreds of thousands of signatures supporting change. Join this effort and make your voice heard. Contact your local representative, sign petitions, and demand term limits.